Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I am hopeful that all of you will be fine. Dear students, teaching is a complex process in which all the faculties of the teachers are always on the test. It is related with the command of subject, the methods of teaching, the involvement of the students, and the evaluation of the situation. So today I am going to discuss one of the methods from general methods of teaching, and this method which we are going to learn and discuss today is called CLT. CLT is the abbreviation of Communicative Language Teaching. Dear students, the central point of this theory or this method is that language is communication. Language is communication. Communication is the systematic process of sharing the knowledge, ideas, and information with each other. So, the followers and the propagators of this theory are stressing that language should be used as the means of communication during the teaching learning process. Simply you can understand that CLT is highly focused on the development of the listening and the speaking skill of the learner. This method came into prominence in 1970 to 1980. It was a revolt against grammar translation method and direct method. Grammar translation method and direct methods were revolted because these methods were totally teacher-centered. Teacher was dictator. Teacher was doing all the activities. The students were only the passive learners. So, to control the speedy development of grammar translation method and direct method, there came CLT. And CLT came into the field just to shift the attention from the importance of teacher to the importance of the learner. The aim was to provide real life communication lesson to the students. It means that communication was focused and that communication was made as the foundation through this method that the learners will develop their communication skill, and their communication skill will be applied by the learner in real life situation, means that they will be capable to interact and communicate with each other by using the language of English. It is the method which is making target language relevant to real world situation. Target language, for example, English. So, it is working on the theory that English should not be used only in specific situation or at specific purposes. It should be brought from the highest level to the lowest level to make it the level of expression for each and every learner. Then it is the method which is also known as activity-based method. Activity-based method is the method in which the learners are involved in the performance of various activities by using language as a communication tool. Peer work means 2 service students, group work more than 2 students, role plays or interviews. These are the different activities in which the teacher involves the learner and they pass and they communicate with each other by giving different topics by the teacher. Teacher is only a motivator and facilitator along with the guide. It means that teacher motivates the learner that tomorrow you are going to face the real situation. So if you want to get success in real life, you must develop your communication skill, because communication is an art. And communication depends upon the use of language, especially English. So develop your communication skill by using the medium of English. And facilitator in the sense that he facilitates, he guides the learner to perform that activity and to participate. It is also known as participative method. Participative method in the sense that students are collectively involved in the activities and the teacher is only observing their activities, and wherever there is a need of guidance or facilitation, the teacher extends his facilitation or guidance to the learner. Students to students interaction. It means that the students are the future builders. They need to develop their communication skill, because tomorrow they are going to face the real situation. So the focus in grammar translation method and in direct method, the importance was given to teacher, but in CLT the importance is given to students, and not students and teacher, but students to students interaction has been met. Teachers participation when needed. Means teachers participation is only required where there is a problem or there is a need of guidance to the learner. If they encounter any problem, so teacher will come to rescue them. It is systematic. Systematic means the teacher will introduce grammar chunks. For example, teacher is going to teach present continuous tense. So teacher will say that there will be subject, there will be is, there will be am, or there will be are, and after that we will go for the use of V1 plus ing plus object may or may not. He will give the example that she sings a song. So teacher will motivate the student that keep these structures and rules in your mind, but now give a shape of communication. So the student may start that teacher is writing on the board, teacher is teaching English, we are playing cricket, we are writing a story. So they, through this interactive process, they learn the things and they go for practice in communication. These chunks are present continuous tense has been brought into real communication situation by making uses of it. It has certain advantages. It is fluency based. Dear students, if you have a lot of knowledge but you are unable to explain it, to communicate it with other people, then your knowledge is useless. So it is fluency based means that it develops the speaking skill of the learner. It develops the confidence of the learner. It is student centered. It is communication skill based. It is learning by doing method, and it is working on the principle of monolingualism. Monolingualism means that if you are teaching English, you will only use the medium of English. If you are teaching Urdu, you will only use the medium of Urdu. No interruption by using other languages. But it has certain disadvantages. This is very expensive method because you have to go for the use of ICT equipments, overhead projector, multimedia and flashcards and whatsoever it is. Then it's time consuming, where there is the involvement of activities. That method become time consuming. But the learner through this method will always be successful in future, because once they build up their foundations, they develop their confidence, then they feel no problem. In the later classes, they will perform all their activities by themselves. It requires trained teachers, and there is always problem related with course completion, because we have fixed duration and fixed time for the conduction of exam. So dear student, this is one of the methods from the general methods of teaching called CLT. It is very important, and our government is needed to develop this method of teaching in the educational institute to produce active communicative learners who can cope up with the situation by using the tool of communication. Thank you very much.